Otutoma. Chilling code right here. Very chilling code right here. I just want to begin with the mood of worship, with a mood of joy before Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ ime ihe niile. Ihe tinyere Chukwu n'ọba aka. Ekpere anyị kpere Chukwu ga-aza aza. Yes, I know there's copyright on this. Please, Zoro, Chuki, Kenzi. Allow me to praise Okikabiama for this because it is judgment time for the zoo. It is the days of reckoning for the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. Nigeria in an almighty trouble. Nigeria, the Zoological Republic, in an almighty trouble. Chukwokikabiama will vindicate and liberate his people. I am telling you, there is no going back on this. My name is Raphael Chamaka Ajere, also known as Pastor Vam Vam Vam. Believe you me, if you never joined us before, you better wake up now. Something that the Almighty Chukwokike was speaking to me early this morning. He said, Raf Chamaka, one more. He said, please, pipe or low, take it easy with your brothers. Take it easy with your sisters. Take it easy with those that have not joined you yet. Especially those like this, my brothers that are singing this song, Obi Kubana and all these people. Yes, time has come that every one of us will come together. Believe you me. For Nigeria, Mazi Kanu, for this season. You see, this particular time we are in, there was a time I came on this platform and I told Tinubu, I know my voice is low in one corner, one very corner. I said, Tinubu, you see, Mazi Kanu is an instrument, is an asset that you cannot abandon. Go and settle with Mazi Kanu. Listen to him, he will advise you. If Tinubu listen to Mazi Kanu and release him, and Mazi Kanu will advise Tinubu. Even though Tinubu is illegitimate, at least Mazi Kanu can still advise him. The only thing he would have done is admit that Mazi Kanu was kidnapped, was being persecuted, was being punished for every wrong he's doing. You see this reckoning happening to Nigeria, I am telling you, nobody can change it. Nobody can change it because it is judgment time for the evil. They may still have a time limit, a time frame to save themselves from this disgrace. There's an almighty disgrace coming to Nigeria. If Nigeria does not wake up and know that Ndibo, we are the only one that can save the situation. We are the only one that can bring peace. We are the only one that can stop this destruction. The destruction coming to Nigeria, it is like the fly. Nigeria is now like the fly flying around a dead body. They are telling you, stop. You are just flying. As the dead body is being thrown into the ditch, into the 6 feet, they will cover it. That fly was thinking that it was smart. I can fly. Before you know it, the sand will cover them inside that dead body and they will all perish together. I am Vam. Listen to me because there's somewhere I'm going to this morning. And Mechuko Kabia might help me to be able to convince you and not confuse you that we are supposed to be on the same boat riding to the destination that Chukwu Kabiyama have made for us. Believe me, join me in these 2 or 3 minutes before I start. Loud silence. Thank you.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
All right, let's go.
Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga ezi ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị Igbo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu, ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ karị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị enweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsogbu anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa ngwụrọ mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ mmadụ dị ndụ anyị wee na-eto gị eze mgbede ngosi si gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanya bụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụghị ikonye ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ isi ala ọkwa n'iyi eze mgbede ngozi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị na-asị na ebe gị iche ọzọ egwezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana wee onye kere na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mara onye ka a na-arịọ gị ise.
Thank you onye ndu n'onwe ya Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu ekene gị ụtụtụ ọmụmụ Chineke. Let's go straight to the reason why I am here this morning. I will start with this so that you understand that na agwọ chinti mgbe a ga-egburu ya n'ishi. Now listen to what Nigeria, the situation that Nigeria found themselves in. The evil president promised. He promised, I will follow the law. They beg him. Mbazurike Amechi, in his dying wish, he was begging Buhari, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this man, okay, if it is because of me, look at it, he didn't do anything, leave him alone, allow him. Buhari said, no problem, I will do it. And eventually, Buhari refused. He said, beg him again. You know what Buhari told him? Buhari said, okay, no problem. I promise you. He promised a dying man in his own dying wish. Mbazurika Amechi, he told him, he said, I will allow the law. Let the law have its place. As once as the law takes its place, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't have my hand in it. Even though he know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, that Nigeria have no case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he yet insisted, I will allow the law to have its place. Listen to the narrative of this our brother. As even when the law now took his place, what did they do? They promised Buhari made to a dying man in his dying wish. Mbazulika Amechi was promised. Oh my God. Nigeria, you are in an almighty trouble. Nigeria, you are in an almighty trouble. The days of reckoning are here. I'm telling you. Yet you lock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up in Sokoto and he's folding his hands there and he's kaboshin, tantarabobo, tikampapapa, mbebembembe, mbelembembembe, kaboshin for heaven. And heaven must hear him. I bet you. Listen to your promise, your own promise. I will allow the law. Mbazurika Amechi passed away. The law have its way. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was set free. Yet you lock him up. Till today, you pass a judgment on him. Everybody have been shouting and crying. The whole world is talking. Your own court, legal luminaries are talking. Senior advocates are talking. Ask Femi Falana. Ask the criminal shameless lawyers also are speaking. Those that are naturally engraved in criminality. I see you, sweet baby. You know, those that are engraved in criminality, they are even talking in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yet you left him. Listen to this man before I show you the almighty trouble that Nigeria are into. I bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes. No deliverance will come for you. The only deliverance you have today, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's no two ways about it. Listen to me. Do you know when it will be worse for you? Let me now tell you. I know you are going to release him. But if you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a pardon, oh my God. If you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not by releasing him unconditionally, but you want to release him as a pardon, I swear on my mother's grave, it will never be well with you again. In fact, if there was 10 plagues that are supposed to come on you, it will be doubled by 7. That is 10 times 7. I don't know if somebody's hearing me at the back. If you are at the back and you're not hearing me, come close. Let me tell you again. If today, with all these shameless criminals like Hope Uzodinma and all these governors, including Alex Oti, you know, some of you don't know anything, including Alex Oti, all of you that are begging for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yeah, the the court will not release him. I know the court does not want to release him, but his release must be unconditionally. That is the only condition. No, you see, Mazi Kanu, you are not going to tie him up there. You know, even if you come out and say, now we release him by pardon, Mazi Kanu will walk away. If you ask him, thank them, thank governor, Mazi Kanu will not open his mouth and thank you when you release him by pardon. But you see, Mazi Kanu, he has to be released on. Somebody should spell it on the comment section. Unconditionally. If that is not the condition by which you release Mazi Kanu, I swear on my mother's grave and I swear with the last drop of my blood that the plague you will see, the judgment you will see will be worse than that of Egypt. I swear on my mother's grave. Listen to this man so that you understand what is brooming for you, because Mbazulika Mechi is crying. He's seen everything that is going on and he's crying. He's talking. He said, Buhari, Buhari, you promised me that the law will have its place. Buhari, what happened after all these ones happened? Why? Listen to this man.
Former President Buhari told the Igbo elders that let the judiciary do their work, that there is nothing they can do and they cannot interfere on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Then several courts, Federal High Court, awarded cases in favor of Mazi Kanu. They disobeyed it. Appeal Court also discharged and acquitted Mazi Kanu and advised that she should be returned back to where they brought him back. They disobeyed it.
Are you listening?
Now, I want to ask this question. Why is it now that Nigerian government want to obey the court order? Is it because it has favored them, or because they really know exactly what have been expected?
Okay.
Former President Buhari told the Igbo.
He's repeating it. Oh, he's repeating it, and I will allow him to repeat it. Now, they said they will obey court order. Several courts, not one, not two, not three, several. Apart from the one in Nigeria, the one in UN also gave order and said, release him. The one in Kenya, he warned them and they said, release him and pay him compensation. Several courts. Now they refuse. They changed the law. They went against the law and they passed judgment on him. And now they want to obey a wrong judgment. Oh my God. This is the sound of the earth. Oh my God. You see Mazi Kanu? You see Mazi Kanu? If you don't release him unconditionally, and you want to release him by pardon, I swear on my mother's grave, you people will suffer. All of you. And listen to me. Mazi Kanu will come out now. We are going to rejoice, celebrate. Maybe Tinubu will come and say, I pardon him. We are going to be happy to welcome him. But I swear on my mother's grave, all of you will suffer. All of you. Even though you release him, yet you will suffer. The only thing that will spare you, you still have some minutes and moments of grace. Mazi Kanu must and should be released on condition. Read my screen. Thank you, Esther Mbanefo. Unconditionally, without any condition. You know why? Because Buhari promised that he will do it. And I want to ask you a question. Did Mazi Kanu bribe the court? The court, the Federal High Court in Umuahia, in Enugu, did he bribe them? Did Mazi Kanu bribe the Federal Appeal Court in Abuja? Did he bribe them? Did he bribe them? Before they passed that judgment that nobody can try him because the system by which they brought him was wrong and they offended him and that he should be let go. And they passed it. They said there is no court that can try him. Mazi Kanu was not even released for 1 minute. 1 minute, they did not release him. Let's say they even released him for 2 minutes. He went out and they arrested him again. It never happened. I want this brother to repeat this thing and then I will show you a letter from Burkina Faso. Nigeria is in almighty trouble. I told you on this platform, my name is Rafael Chamaka Ajere. I am a Koti Nkembo Nambo. I told you that Nigeria will never ever get it right again. Nothing they do will ever go right. Now, God is using Tinubu to destroy Nigeria. Nigeria is in almighty trouble. The trouble is too much. You people are not seeing it. You people are not seeing it. Brother, please repeat what you are telling them again. You know, some of them, they have itchy ears. They know they hear. Repeat it again. Oh, my God.
Former President Buhari told the Igbo elders,
oh my God,
that let the judiciary do their work. That there is nothing they can do and they cannot interfere on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Then several courts, Federal High Court, awarded cases in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They disobeyed it. Appeal Court also discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and advised I should be returned back to where they brought him back.
From. They disobeyed it.
They disobeyed it. Now, I want to ask this question. Why is it now that Nigerian government want to obey the court order? Is it because it has favored them?
Okay.
Or because they really know is exactly what have been expected?
Okay.
Okay,
hold on. Even now, let me tell you how patient Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. Come close, let me tell you how patient Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. Remember, when all those laws were passed in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have never heard anything like show me the law. Did you hear it? The answer is no. They did all those things. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never screamed, show me the law. Omotosho, where is the law? Did you hear it anywhere? No. Now, when Omotosho promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that at the end that he's going to listen to all his plea and everything he's requesting, that he will listen to it, did you hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asking him, Omotosho, show me the law? No. And at the end of the day, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was trying to show him, look, the law said this, Omotosho refused, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting, show me the law. Even despite show me the law, he refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they bundle him and take him to Sokoto. He listened. Even right there in Sokoto, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking him, no problem, you have passed judgment on me, Abi. No problem. I want to appeal this your judgment. Omotosho with his mouth. Oh my God. You know, when God will punish a person, he will first of all make him deaf and dumb. Deaf and dumb. Omotosho, the day he was reading that judgment, he said it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has 90 days for appeal. How many of you heard it when he said it? 90 days for appeal. And Omotosho know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not appeal this case in Sokoto. He will appeal it in the same court where they passed that judgment. Abi? Now, Omotosho bundled Nnamdi Kanu and took him to Sokoto. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is asking him, I want to come and appeal. Shebi, you said I can appeal. Let me come and appeal. Omotosho have closed his ears. Even at this judgment that is against the law, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, okay, no problem. Let me appeal it. Because I know my rights. I will still appeal it. Omotosho and Nigeria government with Tinubu, they are rejecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from appealing the same wrong judgment they gave to him. Whereas it is his own right. Let it even be on record that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appealed and then he defended the appeal and you still pass that judgment. Give him that chance. Give him that his chance. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants to make sure he exploits every of their misadventure and their evil. Yet they are rejecting him. The heavens upon heavens are taking record and everybody can see. Nigeria, you are in an almighty trouble. That's all I can say for that. I'm telling you, those of you that are not spiritual, that are not seeing, some of you that are so deaf and dumb that cannot see. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man who, even right there in Sokoto, you can already see what is happening and they are already afraid. They say, he's taking over the whole place. Even people that are within there, they are making friends with him and they are already fidgeting and they are afraid. Even at that wrong judgment, God is coming. It is of reckoning. You can see it happening. You will see it before your eyes, before your very eyes. Oge munu vam vam nanya. Oge munu gene vam vam nanya. I want to show you yesterday, or was it day before yesterday, Tinubu invaded another country. And as he was invading another sovereign nation, you know, their leg and their tentacles touched on a nation that doesn't tolerate nonsense. The name of that nation is Burkina Faso. And they call them the EAS countries. You know, they have an alliance, 3 of them. The Mali, the Niger and Burkina Faso. These people are formidable. They're tough. And they have the backbone of the man they call Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin. He is their backbone. And Burkina Faso, they have a very thorough president, young and vibrant. My brother, and I love him. I have said a lot of things about him on this platform. And I know that one day, him and my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, are going to sit on the same podium to address Africa because the revolution is here already. Nigeria, out of their support for their puppet called France, have touched the tail of Ibrahim Traore. Now, this happened, and then they released this memo very quickly. I want to read it for you before I'll play some videos. They released this memo yesterday. Some of you don't know that Nigeria is in an almighty trouble. The trouble is too much. Communique of the Federation of the Sahel States, AES, regarding the violation of confederal airspace. The Confederation of Sahel States informs the public that an aircraft belonging to the Air Force of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, type 130, was forced to land this day, December 8th, in Bobo Dioulasso, Burkina Faso, following an in-flight emergency while it was operating in Burkinabe airspace. Ask me, no, ask your neighbor, what is Tinubu looking for in Burkina Faso? No, Jugodini Tinubu, Elihena, what are you looking for in Burkina Faso airspace? The military plane had on board 2 crew members and 9 passengers, all military personnel. An investigation was immediately opened by the competent Burkinabe authorities and has established the absence of authorization for the overflight of the Burkinabe territory for this military aircraft. The Confederation of Sahel States condemned in the strongest term this violation of its airspace and the sovereignty of its member states. Faced with this unfriendly act conducted in disregard of international law and international rules of civil and or military aviation, measures are being taken to guarantee the security of the confederal airspace, the sovereignty and territorial integrity of its member states, as well as the safety of the population of the AES Confederation. In this regard, an open instruction of the heads of state, the air and anti-craft defense of the confederal state placed on maximum alert in accordance with the declaration of the colleagues of the College of the Heads of the State and dated December 22, 2024, have been authorized to neutralize any aircraft that violates confederal space. This is only one page. I don't know where the second page is. I only saw this one page. The rest will be history because you will see what will happen. Now, videos, I imagine. I even saw a video of the said aircraft. Let me show you. God, you know, when God will humble all of you, you will understand that the Chukwokike Abiyama, the God of Biafra, the God of Mazi Kanu, is alive and well. And you cannot, all you can do is to do all this, your bickering and your biting and your talking and your noise making. You cannot go more than that because the God of Biafra is alive. Nigeria will continue to make mistakes that will destroy them eventually. Now, let me show you this. Let me show you this. I'll show you the aircraft and I'll show you some of the news that are coming out. Some of the news that are coming out from you know, the social media about this particular issue. Now, let me first of all read the write-up that JC Okechukwu wrote. Let me enlarge this thing very, very quickly. I don't know whether you guys can see it. I believe you can, but let me see. Put it on the larger side so that people will enjoy it and appreciate it more. Now, look at this. Just in, this is about 7 hours ago. You know, some news outlets are reporting that this is a Nigeria registered C-13 force down in Bobo Dioulasso, Burkina Faso. There are reports that it was carrying sensitive cargoes destined for Benin Republic. Burkina Faso is reportedly refusing to release the 11 Nigerian crew members, 11 of them, Nigerian crew members, until Abuja explains why the flight had no diplomatic clearance. AES Air Defense are said to be on maximum alert across the 3 nations, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic, which like Benin shares common borders with Nigeria. Personally, this development is very unsettling and does bear all the trappings of a potential regional crisis of monumental proportions if not handled with care. Now look at that. This is the said cargo plane. Hold on, guys. This is the said cargo plane. Look at it. Ask me what this mumbo jumbo jet is doing in the airspace of Burkina Faso. Ask me, what is Tinubu looking for? Anyone at all? Because, you know, they are deaf and dumb, and the God of Biafra is actually doing the needful to make sure that if they don't listen, they will end up inside the same grave with the head of the corpse. You see me? All right. So that is it. I stopped that, and then let's see what we've got with other news that are coming out from that region. I love the way this guy presented his own story, and I want you to listen to him.
Yesterday, I said Nigeria was wrong to enter. First of all, things might escalate between Nigeria and the Sahel state, and I'm not joking. Yesterday, I said Nigeria was wrong to enter into somebody's airspace, and now things are escalating. 11 Nigerian military personnel are currently being detained in Burkina Faso for violating AE airspace, meaning after what they did in Benin, they entered into Burkina Faso's airspace and they were arrested and detained. Now just know that even if they release the detained soldiers, the jet that has been seized, they will not return it to Nigeria. The AES has stated in a communique signed by General Assimi Goita, any aircraft violating its airspace will be downed. This comes after a Nigerian aircraft carrying 11 soldiers were forced by authorities to land in Dobo, Burkina Faso. So they were just released from the Confederation of Sahel States regarding the violation of confederal airspace. So you can just pause it and read it. Tinubu don't know what he signed up for. Like he really don't know. So now if he escalates, then Ghana will be forced to join because of ECOWAS against the Sahel state. And this is what we don't want. You just stand up and go and enter into somebody's airspace without National Assembly, without Senate. Then some people, hey, Tinubu, the president said he can't. This is now you see what is happening. If things escalate, it will be between Sahel and ECOWAS, and this is what they want. You just be standing up doing things. In fact, Burkina Faso, they should just bring Ibrahim Traore. Let Nigeria also send Tinubu. They should go and fight boxing match. You understand? Let the two of them do their things. Why?
You know what this boy said? He said they should bring Traore and bring Tinubu and put these two of them inside a boxing ring so that they will not put wahala in Ghana, because Ghana is not concerned them, but because they belong to ECOWAS, it will affect them. Do you know what is going to happen for you, all of you? Disintegrate yourself from ECOWAS. Disengage yourself now, because the fact that you are with Nigeria inside ECOWAS, you are in a big almighty mess. You have to separate yourself and tell them, ECOWAS, I don't want you again. No, I don't belong. Just the way Elon Musk is suggesting, and some of them are suggesting that EU should be broken so that everybody will have their own integrity and their own territory to control. All those kind of ECOWAS, this, they will put you into trouble. You understand me? Now, Tinubu, I think Tinubu is the head of ECOWAS. They will carry Traore. You know, Traore is a very formidable man, very young and very strong. They say, just bring Tinubu and bring a Traore, put them inside ring, let them fight. Which kind of wahala is this? Tinubu will be look at what somebody said in Mazi Kanu's voice. Tinubu will be Nigeria's last president. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere ụmụ Biafra ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị biri iwe. Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere ụmụ Biafra ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị biri iwe. Okwu ọnụ ya tam tam, ije ụkwụ ya sam sam, omume ya waram waram, brain ya kọmputa. Hey, Chineke mere ndị ebere. Unu afụgo ịwa. Unu na-akpọ ha na-akpọ ịwa. Now, do you know what is happening? They said they want to bombard and bombard everywhere. I am telling you, as we speak now, a new group have emerged again. They call them the new faction of the Beninese military have joined the coup against President Talon. This comes after ECOWAS agreed to militarily intervene in Benin to install order. Now, a younger version of the youth. This is a revolution in their own country. Revolution, no. These people have raised up a revolution, and Tinubu, the ancestor, that is always chasing show up and down. Revolution now, you are chasing him. Mazi Kanu said there must be a revolution. You are chasing him. Now you are chasing them up and down. The people that understand the meaning of revolution started revolution in their country. You went unauthorized, unpermitted into their country to bombard them. Now they are holding your jet, they are holding 11 of your men, and now you are under the threat of 3 Sahel nations that have the backing of almighty Russia. Oh my God. 3 Sahel nations that have the backing of almighty Russia. Officially, Russia is now the godfather of these Sahel nations. Nigeria. You know, when they tell you, you not listen. Some of these Babiala idiots. Look at what is happening in Lome. This is what is happening. The Tinubu went there to bomb. Look at what is happening. These are the streets of Lome. This is happening in Benin Republic. Everywhere. People go helicopters flying. Everywhere is boiling. Everywhere is boiling. Okay, now, apart from that, there's a message that I want to listen to this one. This one is about 3 minutes. Let's listen to this man. I love his analysis.
Africa, after a failed coup, it looks like France was this close to.
And the funny thing is that waiting concern Tinubu, concern France. France are not the colonial masters of Nigeria. France have no dealings with Nigeria Foundation. Tinubu have a personal business with Macron. Now he is combining his business, his personal business with Macron, combining it with Nigeria. What authority does Macron have to command Tinubu to go and bomb another country? If Macron want to bomb Lome, he want to bomb Cotonou, why didn't he come and do it himself? Now, Tinubu, the last president of Nigeria, you people are in almighty trouble. Let us listen to this one.
Losing yet another neo-colony. It looks like France was this close to losing yet another neo-colony in West Africa after a failed coup attempt in Benin. On December 7th, many soldiers and leaders of the Benin military came together in an attempted coup of the French-aligned Benin government. Effectively, these soldiers had the same grievances that soldiers and leaders from the AES states like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger had. The government had been neglecting its people. And more specifically, they seem to be working towards the goals of their neo-colonialist masters, specifically the economic interests and military interests of France. Now, the coup was almost successful. They got to the president's house and surrounded it and even captured a military general. However, as you can imagine, France was not having it. Macron came out and said, under no circumstances can we let Benin fall to this coup. And can you blame them? They can't afford any more West African countries falling in the hands of the Africans those countries actually belong to. And Benin is one of those countries holding France's economies together by a string. France even went to such lengths as to call for Nigeria to send fighter jets and bomb the locations where the mutineers were staging their coup. Even though Nigeria actually isn't a neo-colony of France, has nothing to do with Benin.
Are you hearing that? Even though Nigeria has nothing to do with this. France, this shameless man. Do you know that the shameless president of France, his approval rating in France is less than 10%? Go and check it. Go Google it. The approval rating of this moron that call his name Macron is less than 10%. And Tinubu is aligning with him. And you know that Tinubu's approval rating in Nigeria is less than 3%. Tinubu approval rating in Nigeria. So 2 morons agree to destroy their own country. Okay, we shall see.
And shouldn't be involved in any capacity whatsoever. But of course, Tinubu, being the Western puppet that...
Are you seeing it? This is Macron, a small boy, the master of this puppet old man called Tinubu. Master and puppet. Are you seeing it? Okay.
And shouldn't be involved in any capacity whatsoever. But of course, Tinubu, being the Western puppet that he is, made sure to oblige France's requests. And unfortunately, with the help of Nigeria and Ghana, the coup was quickly thwarted. But I imagine what we saw take place in Benin won't be the end, because whatever is taking hold in the rest of the AES nations, whatever has been motivating them, is spreading throughout West Africa. And that is why France was so desperately to quell this coup. Because you can't have another West African country join the already united AES, which involves Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. But the question France should really be asking itself is, can you really stop what's coming? Because...
Are you seeing them? Look at those men at the back. Look at them. They are so formidable. They are so united. They are so tough. And the next nation that will join them is Biafra. I am seeing my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, putting shoulder. His hand will be on the neck of Traore. Very, very soon it's going to happen. You know why? Every one of us know that Mazi Kanu have always told you that he's not going to be president of Biafra. That is the agreement. Yana Simon Ekpa. Nyaga have a president. Mazi Kanu is not interested in becoming president. He is the kingmaker, a just and honest, a faithful and loyal leader of the Biafran people, the kingmaker, the prime minister, who is the warlord, eventually that will come out in Biafra land. Odogu himself is going to be among these people to save West Africa from the hands of these Juga criminals like Macron. Yes, it's going to happen.
But the question France should really be asking itself is, can you really stop what's coming? Because maybe the next time, somebody from the AES decides to help facilitate said coup against your colonialist puppet government. Because even though Benin's government condemned the coups that happened in the AES nations, I'm not exactly sure the people of Benin agree with the government, considering there was a whole coup attempt. And for France to get Nigeria and Ghana involved in what should have been a very easily disposed coup attempt shows you just how desperate France is to cling on to this little bit of precious neo-colonial power and authority that they still have in the region. But just to be clear, we've already seen y'all can't stop all the coups. And I doubt, once again, that this will be the last attempt in Benin. So maybe, just maybe, France, you guys should diversify your economy, start entering into some bilateral negotiations, and stop trying to hold on to your neo-colonies in Africa.
Simple. Diversify your economy. It is just like our prime minister is willing to even leave. Look, Britain, if you want oil, we can give you oil. France, what do you want? We'll give you. But for you to hold on to us, hold on to this territory, and think that you will continue to oppress it, and then diversify your economy, work hard, and for how long will you oppress people? And you think they will not break loose?
Because clearly, that plan of action is failing, and so is your economy. I mean, or is it going to take for y'all to get to y'all 11th prime minister in 4 years for y'all to see the writing on the wall? Just saying.
Hotspot, thank you so much for this one. Thank you so very much. I think that's it. That's it for now. There is nothing much here right now because I know a lot is happening. This one was just shouting and crying. They go and arrest Gumi. Go and arrest Gumi. And Nigeria is boiling. Nigeria is boiling. Let me play this one for the last one.
Only the escort of the VIPs, which is very good, so that people like Akpabio should be allowed to go freely. Let's see. Let's expose this man to the insecurity that we are talking about. And the same people, the senator you were talking about today, were there when person like Sheikh Gumi was calling for amnesty for people who kill us. You came to my village, you destroyed my house, you took over my land, you raped our women, and you should be compensated. Sheikh Gumi should be arrested. People who are advocating for amnesty for killers and rapers of our men should be arrested. Just recently in Kaba, in Kogi State, my state there. You look at what herdsmen did in that town. You look at the peaceful people worshiping in their church, and then they came and ambushed them, killed some of them, and you are telling me to call those people to give them amnesty. God will judge some of these people in Nigeria. See, if I want Donald Trump to continue hammering on Nigeria, it will put us on our toes. Listen to this, Mr. Steve. One of the problems we have is because our politician doesn't have a means to hold them accountable. So they therefore misbehave and go scot-free. But now we're having Trump to hold them accountable. And we like it like that. Let there be somebody to checkmate their excesses. And the excesses of Nigeria politicians have been unchecked over the years. For the first time, that we have somebody that is taking the bull by the horn, and we welcome it and let them continue, so that President Tinubu will start checkmating all the people around him. Those he's supposed to sack, those he's supposed to release of their duty. 2027 is still 2 years ahead. It is not yet time. President Tinubu have a long time to put the country on the right path. And he should continue on that path, not on the path of the politician and political rhetoric.
Thank you. That is the last we will take this morning. But Tinubu will not even have 2027. I can bet you that. Tinubu will never have 2027. Go and write it down. I am Vam Vam Vam. I said so. I'll see you later this afternoon. Airborne. Dear friends, remain rugged. Today, I know you are strong. Tomorrow, you will be strong. Next tomorrow, you will be stronger and stronger, because Mazi Kanu is not shaking. Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, is not shaking. Biafra! We are not going anywhere. We have come to win this war. Enough is enough. Airborne!